Okay, I'm just going to take a quick detour from calling cases for a moment. I got a really wonderful surprise this morning. They told me that a priest from Franklin, Wisconsin stopped by the courthouse to say hello. His name is Father Mark Maston. Father, would you please step up to the mic? Father: Good morning, Your Honor. Judge: Good morning, Father. Well, let me ask you, what brought you here today? Father: I came to make a donation. Judge: Really? Father: Yes. I don't know if you want me to say the amount, but it's $1,000. Judge: $1,000? Father: Yes, and I do it for several reasons. First of all, I've been very moved by watching your videos. I don't even know how they popped up on my Facebook. Maybe it was God's plan. But I've been so touched by what you do for the good people of this city and this area. As a priest of the Sacred Heart, we work closely with the poor. I've also served on Indian reservations in South Dakota, and I grew up poor myself. My mother raised 8 of us alone. I'm the oldest, and each child is about 13 months apart. She also took care of her sister with Down syndrome and eventually her own father. It was tough. I remember days when I could tell my mom wasn't eating so that we could, and my younger brothers and sisters would have to go next door just to stay warm. So I've been very blessed in my life, as have my siblings. Since I happened to be flying nearby, I thought, you know what? I'll stop by and drop this off quietly. I didn't plan to be here publicly, but here I am. And I just want to say a couple more things, quickly, because I know these good people are waiting. One thing I've noticed is that you are a great man of compassion. The Latin and theological meaning of compassion is to suffer with. God suffers with us, and you do that beautifully. And the other word is mercy. Coming to court isn't about collecting fees or treating it like a cash cow. You may have been criticized in the media for giving too many breaks or not collecting enough, but real justice is about mercy, and mercy means judging fairly. In a deeper theological sense, mercy comes from the Hebrew word hesed, which means to walk alongside someone, to pull them out of despair and help them find hope and purpose again. And that's exactly what you do. Very publicly, I might add. You embody what the judicial system should stand for: justice with heart. Use this donation however you wish to help the people of this city. And thank you, Your Honor, for all that you do. Applause. Judge: Father, I can't thank you enough. I want to state publicly that I had never met Father Maston until this morning, and I'm truly moved and touched by your words. You spoke about family, and that really resonates with me. In my public talks, I often say that the family unit is the foundation of our society. Your kindness, your generosity, your heart, they all come from that foundation. From your mother. And that's something I think the world is losing: the strength and unity of family. We all need to do more to keep that bond alive. And you, Father, are a shining example of what comes from a strong family and a loving mother. You also mentioned being a veteran, and that brings to mind a story about my brother. He was 2 years older than me and recently passed away. He, too, was a veteran. Someone told him his friend Fred was in the VA hospital, so he decided to visit him. They told him Fred was in room 210, so he went. When he got there, he found a man who was very frail, with a beard, barely able to speak. My brother sat with him for over an hour, held his hand, rubbed his arm, and kept saying, "Things are going to get better. Hang in there," and the man nodded. Before leaving, my brother said, "I'll be back tomorrow." That night, when he met some of his friends, he mentioned that he'd gone to see Fred, and they said, "Fred Ferguson?" He was discharged 2 days ago, so it wasn't Fred he had sat with. But the next day, my brother went back anyway to visit the same man again. When someone asked him, "Why'd you go back?" he said, "Because I promised him I would." That man was a veteran, and my brother understood that bond. And you know where that came from? From our mom and dad, from family. That's what love, compassion, and faith look like. Father, I'm deeply, deeply moved by your visit today. From the bottom of my heart, thank you.